Howdy lads, welcome back to another Gates of Hell PvP match. This time it is a 1v1 on Farmstead. Now it's late war, I'm the US Offensive Doctrine and I'm versing KissMyGoat. KissMyGoat, some of you may remember from previous games, he's in the Discord, he's a very handy player. Now the purpose of this video is I wanted to give the US Offensive Doctrine, which I believe is the hardest doctrine to play in the game, a go with a different form of tactic compared to what I usually do. Obviously, if you've watched my games before, you know I love to pump out my infantry. With the US Offensive Doctrine, I think it's you can pump out the least amount of infantry straight away out of any doctrine as the US Offensive Doctrine, I think. But I'll talk you through what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I've got the main squad, the Armoured Rifle squad, pushing to the middle. I've got a bar team pushing northeast just to get eyes out there. I didn't want to push them straight into that point because I don't want them to die. I want to keep some form of, eyesight out there. And I've got one of the riflemen from this original squad heading to the southwest just to get eyes out there. I really wanted to try and keep my squad alive because
always ready.
Very hard to keep up with your opponent infantry-wise as this doctrine. If you lose that first squad too quick, it can ruin your game. So I've brought out the MG Jeep as a bit of support straight away to kind of help the boys push and stay alive. The Jeep's coming up. And basically my idea, which is not a new idea, people have done it. I'm not going to claim it as my idea, but I wanted to micro a Jeep and a squad together just to kind of hold him back. I had no intentions of out-capping him on all points. I just wanted to hold one point and then use the Jeep to hold him back on the other points until I can get a bit of infantry parity. So, you know, the same amount of infantry as he has. So, as you can see, he's pushed a squad to the southwest and a squad to the northeast. He's actually left the middle alone, which does work in my favour. I wasn't unhappy about that one. I'm just pushing one of the riflemen out wider because I felt like he could flank me. As the US, it's very hard to get map control early because you just don't have the forces, so just get one guy out there to have a look. Again, I had no illusions that I was going to cap that point on the northeast. So the Jeep's here just getting shots off, keeping these guys back. If the Jeep's not there and they kill that dude, all of a sudden they're going to push up kind of towards the south and it's going to be way harder for me to get that point. It'll also allow them to kind of get behind my boys in the middle. So it's very crucial that I got the Jeep there in time. And I've managed to catch a few soldiers out trying to push towards the middle as well, which is quite nice. But the Jeep's doing its job. Hasn't killed a lot, but it's doing what I need it to do, which is quite nice. I've got a couple foxholes dug, which is always handy. You should always be trying to get at least a couple of foxholes at the back of your points, just for, you know, something to cling onto when you're trying to hold on to the point. And it's actually quite handy to get Panzerfaust guys up there and lie them down, and then if a vehicle pushes up, you can kind of pop up with your Panzerfaust. But I finally got that next squad, so it took 3 minutes, but I finally got my second squad, and I'm pushing them to the southwest. So it just kind of goes to show how hard it is to kind of keep up with your opponent, forces-wise, with this doctrine. In 3 minutes, I've only got one squad, two squads, a bar team, and a MG Jeep out. Compared to what I imagine he would have, you know, maybe 4 or 5 squads by now. But he's pushed me completely off this northeastern point. So the Jeep's doing the same thing it was doing on the southwest. It's just kind of here to hold them back, stop them from pushing too far forward. It seems I've got here just in time as well because he was actually pushing some soldiers up. He's also pushing some towards the middle. So he's using his force as well. He's not just kind of sitting them in one spot and letting them do nothing. He's moving them to assist in the middle. He also has a vehicle pushing, if you look on the minimap there. I have no idea what it is. I just see it on the map, so I decided to pull out. Turns out it is just a half track. You can hear it kind of shooting now. Not a bad buy on his part, I don't think. I don't really use the half tracks very often. But I'm just trying to lie the guys down in the foxholes and get the other boys out of the way. I've also got a rifle grenadier dude here, so I'm going to throw a few heat shells at him. If I can't get a direct hit on him, it'll at least scare him away. That's my idea. rough, hit the house. So he is reinforcing the middle. He's got 2 blokes pushing in. He must have separated them out of a squad. Looks like he's pushed harder on the southwest, but I have got a squad there now, as you can see on the minimap. So 5 minutes in, 263 to 371. KissMyGoat's way. Playing very well. Getting that squad to push up into that point though. I am kind of stuck in this back corner, which is a little bit annoying. I am bringing the Jeep back over though to kind of assist this push. Don't know what doctrine is at this point, so a little bit risky just throwing my Jeep up like that, but you know, the whole point of it is to kind of hold him back. And if it dies at this point, I wasn't too worried because I can get doctrine units of my own. So he's got a little MG team which is doing a lot of damage in that top corner, if you can see. So I'm going to get my MG Jeep to get shots on it. I'm capping the point now as well, which is nice. So there, we've got MG support and MG operator. I'm just trying to get rid of that. Or at least suppress him enough that he's not absolutely demolishing my guys. I'm still holding the middle, which is nice. I have got a squad pushing up to the northeast, as you can see on said minimap. I'm waiting to get my first officer out still. I actually think the MG Jeep's done quite alright for me. And I've seen a few other people use the Jeeps quite effectively. And I figured, you know, there must be some reason why people keep spamming, you know, these little US MG Jeeps. And it's done quite alright for me. Very happy with it so far. I don't actually think it's killed much, if anything, to be fair. It's definitely... Oh, it's killed a couple. It's definitely holding him back, which I quite like. So I was trying to get a dude to that corner to throw a grenade in, but not happening. He does have a 5cm Puma there, so that means he's an all-round doctrine. So the Jeep's got no business being there. I'm going to get it out. It's still got ammo, so there's no point in letting it die for no reason. Now bringing out the M15A1. If you haven't used this thing, give it a go. It is absolutely insane. Bringing up a bazooka just to, you know, attempt to deal with that Puma. But also getting a couple of foxholes dug further back so I could at least hold on to a shred of territory if all those boys end up dying. But I find most people go straight for the M8. Grab the M15. It is awesome. If you can kind of sit at max range, you can absolutely shred it. Oh, listen to it. Insane. So I know that his doctrine units on the southwest, that allows me to push up a bit harder with my M15. Do stuff to look out for Panzer Shreks, but it's those little things that kind of, what should I say, that I guess the better players are, not that I'm a better player, but it's those little things that better players are making note of. You know, yes, there's still a chance he could have something there that could kill me, but if I know that his Puma is all the way on the southwest, then I can be pretty confident that I can push up my doctrine unit on the northeast. And I kind of wanted him to bring his Puma around because that would take his Puma out of the battle for a while. But he's outsmarting me at the minute and he's not doing that. It is, on his side, it's better to keep your doctrine unit on that hill in that western kind of part of the map. I find it's just a lot more protected. If you bring it over to the northeast, it's very vulnerable because there's a lot of hills and bushes. And I've already kind of come up pretty far on that side. But I'm losing the middle now, which is not ideal. I don't have many forces to kind of counter that. I'm pushing a rifleman in there to kind of even it, but that's about all I can do. I do have the M15 moving up to try and get some shots. So I'm trying to shoot at max range. I don't want to push too far. And I can't get any, I can't destroy the house or shoot that dude in the window, which is a little bit annoying. That's all good. I'm bringing the M15 around. Getting some smoke out. I'm going to push this squad straight up onto that southwestern point. I don't actually know how much he has on there. But he is actually starting to push up on me. So I've got to kind of keep the pressure up because players like KissMyGoat, again, very good player, they will take every bit of territory that you give them. So you just can't give them anything. You've just got to keep up that pressure. Hard to do as the Americans, especially the US faction, the offensive doctrine, but is doable. So I'm in desperate need of infantry in the middle there, so I've just decided to get the armoured scout squad that comes with the little useless jeep. I'm just going to throw them in the middle to kind of get that weight. He's bringing the Puma back around. Not a lot I can do about it. He's trying to line it up to kill all the dudes behind that wall. So I'm trying to do my best not to keep too many guys sitting behind that wall because they'll just get shredded. I do have my bazooka here though. And he started pulling away. I was going to run through the smoke and hit him. So he got it out at just the right time. So, on your Kiss. Now, I didn't mean for it to be in capitals. My computer's doing that stupid thing since the update. I don't know if any of you have it. Where you can see it on screen. Caps Lock does this stupid... Like, you don't just... Like, it comes up with that little thing on the screen to say Cap Lock is on. And you have to turn off HP utility something to get it to stop. It just does stupid things. Yeah, I don't know. I'm explaining it stupidly, but I don't know if any of you have had that problem since the latest update a few days ago, but I'm having issues with my caps lock. I have to keep turning off HP utility something to get it to stop showing up on screen and being stupid. So when you see me talking in caps, I don't mean to. I'm not trying to act like I'm yelling. But back to it. Northeast, he is capping. I do have some significant forces there, so not significant, but I've got plenty of forces there. So it does tell me he's got a lot. I've capped the southwest. I think he's actually capping the middle on me. Oh no, that's my boys have pushed up on his from the jeep, so I think I'm capping that. Now the rifle grenadier has got a perfect shot on that half track. That has saved me. Make sure you're using your rifle grenadiers, guys. They are stupidly handy. I do have a armoured rifle squad in the half track coming up now, so with my armoured rifle squads, I now get them in half tracks, which is elite. So even more infantry support, we love that. So I think at this point, Kiss could probably use, another tank or armoured vehicle to kind of counter my Jeep and my half track and my M15. If you look on the west there on the minimap, I actually have a dude snuck up there. I didn't even mean to do that. He ran up there chasing that that Puma and didn't get killed. Like, he got all the way out there and didn't get killed, which is quite wild.
Ready to go, sir.
And the rifle grenadier is still throwing shots, and Kiss isn't even looking at it. I don't know how he made it out there, but he did. Absolutely crazy to me. But I decided, all right, I've got eyes out here now. I'll keep him out here. So I thought that was quite funny. But he doesn't have a lot on this left point, so I decided it's my turn to push up on him, kind of deny him territory.
Ready, sir.
I am starting to cap all points, so the pressure's on Kiss at the minute because at this point I'm now able to keep up with him forces-wise. I have the manpower and the points to actually keep up with how much he can pump out. So I've managed to catch him out trying to sneak around, being a sneaky boy. I'm repairing that Jeep as well. So the Jeep comes in handy for me all game. He does have something in the middle. I believe it's a MG. He's also slaughtering me on that southwest side with those STGs. They are so brutal. So I'm throwing the M15 around to the southwest to assist those boys. I believe at this point he's actually started using his officers as well. I decided to get the Ranger section because they come with this free MG. So I'm going to get the MG behind this point to support. Dies it dies. But I've got a Having an elite squad there as well will help me get cap weight because obviously they're worth more in the cap. So I'm just trying to hold him back. I've got a bazooka team coming out to the southwest just in case he pushes that Puma up. I wanted to have something there ready to go straight away. 15 minutes in though, 609 to 389 my way. Started to take control a little bit here. That thing is going off. Unfortunately, they're behind the wall, so there's not actually a lot I can do. I should have destroyed that wall while I had the chance, but it's all good. Move that ranger squad up. But things have kind of quietened down a little bit. Getting him back in the Jeep so that he can cover the defense at that point. Bringing the M15 away. Done some, it's done a little bit. Hasn't really killed anything, but you don't want to leave that kind of stuff around like in one spot too long. If he destroys that, all of a sudden he knows that his Puma can destroy everything I have and he'll push up on me and completely wipe me off the points. So you gotta watch out for that. I've gotten this elite squad in there and I'm still not capping. So he's got an officer in that point. I've asked the question. And he started to cap the middle. I believe that's just with the squad though, so I'm going to bring something over to clear that point a little bit. Don't know where his Puma is at this point, but I didn't want to have to reinforce the middle point. I was hoping I could just clear it out with this, but he's hiding a lot of dudes in that house. Track there as well now. So I don't think I actually meant to put that up. I was actually trying to get a squad and I forgot that they come with half tracks. So you'll notice that I actually leave the squad in there because I forget. Oh, I could kill that Puma right now. What am I doing? I'm too busy microing my own stuff. Oh, get the soldiers out. What are you... I don't know why. I forgot that there were soldiers in there. Another armoured rifle squad. They're not coming in a half track though. Maybe they're not the squad that comes in the half track. Maybe I was talking about crap before. I don't know, but I was getting squads in half tracks anyway. Could have used that infantry in the middle there. How stupid of me. Oops. But that's all good. I've decided to throw some smoke here and try and push up on him again. I want to clear out that officer, or I want to put pressure on there so that he removes his officer. I also have this arty signaler. So I'm going to try and, if I can't signal his officer, at least get him off the point. Still stupid that I don't have the, sorry about that boys, that I don't have the infantry out of that half track. I do that with, I'll tell you now, I do that with a couple of half tracks. And whether it costs me the game or not, you'll see, but definitely could have used them at multiple points. But arty signaler has got his flare off. I was pretty sure he was hiding behind those logs, to be honest. So I'm just trying to... I thought that was mine, actually. Turns out he's doing the same thing to me on the right. So I'm running away, trying to keep my forces alive. Got nothing I can send there, which is quite annoying. I'm trying to throw grenades over behind this fence as well. I wasn't sure if he was hiding guys there. I'm still looking for his officer. Don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't know why these aren't destroying the logs. So that's a bit of a little hack for you guys. He told me after the game he was hiding his officer in a foxhole behind those logs. Those logs can't be killed by arty signals, apparently. So, good spot to hide your officer, if you didn't know. But he's now triple tapping me. Oh, no, he's taking his officer off now. You can see him running away on the top of the screen there. You can see me pushing up on him, but that's good. I'm now capping that left point. I'm reinforcing the middle, so I should start capping that soon. And I'm about to start making another push on this right point. Getting the half track up to get some shots on. Capping this middle point now, which is quite nice. I just need to get some smoke out to cover my lads. Those half tracks are absolutely devastating. I think they gave Kiss quite the problem. The half track's done a fair bit of damage. I'm actually almost capping this again. I'm pushing the Jeep in just for the cap weight, really. Turns out the half track did it for me, but get the Jeep in there anyway. Just trying to shoot this dude in the tower. I got him. Happy days. 20 minutes in though, or 20 minutes 30 seconds. 529 to 660 my way. I probably should be splitting those guys up. Very easy to just grenade them and clear out that point, which he's doing exactly as I said it. So, yes, I let them die for no reason. I do have a squad that was pushing the middle, so I'm going to push them left now. Still have that squad in the half track that I haven't even used yet. Silly me. But I've got the arty signaler and he is ready to go again, so I want to try and clear out this middle point now. I just want to throw some smoke so that my arty signaler is covered, because you have to run stupidly close. I wish it showed even if it was too far, because you have to kind of like muck around trying to figure out where to get it, but I've managed to get my arty flare off. At this point I thought he was going to shoot me running away, but I managed to get away. I'll ruin it for you now. I get him away. But obviously all my guys are very bunched up. I wanted to try and get them in the house, just because then he will have a hard time finding all that infantry in the middle. So he's pushing up on me with these STGs. They are slaughtering me. And try and get a nade out. But he's really putting the pressure on me. He's holding on with his excellent use of his officers. Kiss does use his officers very well. He regularly plays like very good players such as like Hatman Spider and all those boys, so it's always going to be a fight when you play him. You're kind of always prepared for it to be an absolute dogfight. But the game has swung back in my favour. So at this point I know though he would be reinforcing multiple points. And as I said, he uses his officers as well, so yeah, trying to finish him off is going to be difficult if I manage to. But as you will see, I am unable to get his officers for the entirety of the game. Win or lose, I can't kill him with the officers. But he's shooting my half track, and then I realised that I had all these dudes in there. I've got two half tracks full of infantry while I'm trying to get infantry out. Oh my god, get the infantry out. What am I doing? There we go. So now I've finally picked up what's going on. Absolutely retarded, honestly. So I've just lost a whole lot, you know, half a squad for no reason, which is quite stupid of me. But that's okay. One half track's still alive. I'm about to reinforce this point and cap weight will be mine. Really just trying to keep infantry in there to push myself over the line. That's all I'm doing. At this point, it's a bit of a battle of attrition. So it's swinging back and forth this left point. I do have my arty flare ready to go again. I do have to be careful though, because he also has an arty flare. Now, I didn't want to push the arty signaler up without any smoke cover, so I'm trying to get some smoke out. He also has a mortar out. He loves his mortars. I'm trying to push up. It would have been better to push that left part, I reckon. Oh, I am. Cool. So, arty flare out. Now I run him away. Hopefully that gets him off the point. He's also got an officer in the middle point now. So, I'm almost at 950 and he's clinging on for dear life. I'm going to try and push up on his SDK. He's got hidden in a nice spot on that hill. Doing some damage with that arty flare, which is nice, but he's still capping because he has that officer in the point. And he got me. Rude. I'm getting another squad up. They're coming in a half track, so I've got a bit of support, which is nice. So 25 minutes in, 9:58 to 5:14 my way. The points are starting to all swing in Kiss's favour though. And yeah, enough with the officers. I was actually at work and I didn't have much longer to play because I had to leave soon. Like AM staff were going to get there. And I was just trying my best to get the game over with. Oh, the stupid caps lock thing being dumb for me. So I didn't mean to make it caps locky Kiss, it's just my computer's being stupid. I'm accidentally pressing it. But yeah, I was just trying to get the game over so that I could leave, but Kiss just isn't giving me anything. His arty flare is destroying me. I really didn't want to leave early, so there is enough time. I only had like 5-10 minutes left. There's enough time for us both to win. So at this point, I think he has the advantage. He's actually pushing me. I have started to recap the left side, which is quite handy. My arty signal has obviously pushed his officer off the point. He doesn't have a lot on this side, so I'm going to push back on. The game does kind of swing like that sometimes. You know, you'll get completely pushed off every point, but your opponent will exhaust all of his forces in doing that, so then when your reinforcers roll in, you'll just push him straight back off, and that's kind of what's happened. You know, 9 times out of 10, if you have to resort to bringing out your officers before 30 minutes, you know, you're obviously struggling. So he's using his officers very effectively, but you know, eventually the lack of forces do kind of creep up on you. His half track is still alive in a very blatantly open part of the map for some reason. I think it's because his Puma's being repaired. So I'm bringing out the arty signaler again. I wanted to get rid of that house because I believe that's where he's hiding his officer. Sorry. I also have a mortar of my own out, which is quite handy. So I've got the 60mm because it's fast firing and it's going to deter him from getting an officer out on the point. He's actually moved his officer off of that middle point, as you can see, because of my mortar and my half track and that. So my half track actually took some shots at his officer while it was running away. I'm not sure if he only has one officer and he's swapping from point to point, or if he still has 2, to be honest. I don't know if I've killed one. But he started to cap on this right side now.
Ready to go, sir.
Absolutely struggling to finish him off here. Arty Flare's doing some damage on this left side though. I think he's got the Arty Flare shooting on my side as well, even though I can't see the... Or maybe he's got some artillery, I'm not sure. Pushing up this squad. I wanted to push it up as high up as possible so that it's deterred from getting an officer on that point. My half track is slaughtering him on that right side. Still not capping though. So I'm just bringing the half track up a little bit closer to try and get some more shots. Oh, it's got the 20cm rocket thing. It's like it shoots one Nebelweaver or something like that. But half track did its job. Guys, bringing the M15 back around. And my mortar is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. It's slowly killing his forces, and he's not going to bring an officer on that point because of that. So if you ever find yourself having trouble with officers like on the points and you can't clear them out, just get yourself a little mortar, especially if you're the Finnish with the 50mm or the Americans. Get a little mortar, sit it somewhere and just let it go to work because it shoots so quickly, and it usually deters them and gets them to remove their officer, or you'll get lucky and kill it. So his officer's back in the middle point. Don't know what he's got on the left. I think it's just infantry. I'm coming back up with my flare gun. Never end up getting my third doctrine unit, surprisingly. The M15's back doing some damage. That never worth a thing. Where's my arty signaler? What's he doing? No idea. Got another squad pushing though. I'm actually going to get my infantry out this time. The half tracks were actually happy accidents, but 30 minutes in, 978, 632 my way. Middle point swinging back to Kiss, so is the right point by the looks of it, but I'm starting to take control of the left. But yeah, the half tracks were happy accidents. I didn't realise that I was going to get them. I just started getting them with my squads and I was like, oh cool, I'll use them. And to be honest, I don't think I would be in this position if I didn't have the half track. So, you know, I feel like you need to utilise your support vehicles really effectively as the Americans, and if you can, you know, you can absolutely dominate. But he's destroyed one of my half tracks, and he's holding himself in the game purely by that. Now, having all my forces here in the open, absolutely retarded. Because he's just going to push his Puma up like he has all game and slaughter all those boys behind the fence. So quite risky, but I do have my M15 there, so that's going to push him away. And Kiss has called it GG's. Very good match, and I'm glad I got to verse a good player and try this tactic out. But thanks for watching. Please like, comment, sub. GG's. Cheers.